I honestly thought the Rangers were the team doing the most amount of work to beat the Bruins, who everyone already knows is the best team in the league. But little did I realize how, despite the Bruins not landing some big name players like the Myers and the Tarasenko's and the Canes, they could legitimately have a better chance of a cup than any other team. They have the best top six. They have arguably the best bottom six, too. Linus Ullmark looks to be a Vezina winner this year, and their defense is more physical and better defensively as they have the least amount of goals allowed in the league, as well as the best penalty kill in the league. Now, per Pierre LeBrun, the Bruins have acquired a top 9 versatile forward in Tyler Bertuzzi from the Detroit Red Wings in exchange for a protected 2024 first-round pick and a 2025 fourth-round pick. The Bruins, who as previously mentioned, are having a historical season standing at 47-8-5. Everything for them has worked out this year, despite all those concerns at the beginning of the year about McAvoy and Marchand missing time, and how the Bruins may not have any players to step up and become a leader. Some people were so concerned about them that they actually had them in their predictions missing the playoffs, which turned out to be obviously a massive mistake, but they just keep on going, and they're trying to make the strongest team possible to maximize their efforts for a cup run, and as of now, it seems to be working. Just literally a week ago, they acquired Garnet Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov from the Washington Capitals in exchange for a struggling Craig Smith. And now they have added Tyler Bertuzzi from the Red Wings. Bertuzzi, who's 28 years old, will provide the Bruins with more aggression while also being such a tenacious and energetic winger. These are things the Bruins already seem to have in them, so it's good they get more of it. Bertuzzi has spent his entire career in Detroit as he was drafted 50th overall back in 2013. So far, he's recorded 88 goals and 114 assists for 202 points, making him a great playmaker. However, this season, Bertuzzi's time on the ice has been limited to just 29 games played, as he had 2 different hand injuries, where the second one resulted in him needing surgery after he blocked a shot, so things have been a little choppy for him. In 29 games, he's only recorded 4 goals and 10 assists for 14 points. He's finishing up his 2-year, $2.375 million contract and will become an unrestricted free agent this summer. The Bruins are hoping that he can come back to his 2022 form where he put up 62 points, 30 of those being goals. He set career highs in both of those things, by the way. I still have some doubts on this trade, though. I mean, the Red Wings are in contention for the playoffs. They are pretty much tied with the Panthers, Sabres, Penguins, Capitals, and Senators for that final wildcard spot, which, by the way, is crazy how 5 teams are going for one spot. It's going to be extremely interesting in the future. But I don't understand why you trade a guy who, although is having somewhat of a bad season, can possibly go to the extremes and, push himself to the limits and get the Red Wings in the playoffs. This could mean that Steve Yzerman wants to raise the white flag and maybe just feels that it's not the time yet for the Wings to go out there and compete with the Panthers and the Senators and, of course, the Capitals and Penguins, who have tons of playoff experience for that playoff spot. They maybe feel that they can do this next season if they choose to do so, but the Wings will be there at some point. They have shown massive signs of improvement, having a 28-24-8 record, only needing 4 more wins to match their total from the entire campaign last year, but the unfortunate part is how they play in the Atlantic Division. The loss of Bertuzzi has certainly dwindled the hopes of Red Wings playoff hockey, as they sit now 7th in the division, but their chances are not zero because the teams above them are a win or 2 away, so they can easily climb up the standings like they did a week ago, provided that they manage to get hot and get a massive win streak like they did. They won 5 straight games and were in that playoff spot, and it's so evident that these guys want it. I mean, the Red Wings have not made the playoffs since the 2015-16 season. This was when Dylan Larkin was a rookie and when guys like Zetterberg, Datsuk, and Kronwall were still on the team, so yeah, very long time ago. But it seems like the Red Wings have now become sellers at the trade deadline after also dealing Filip Hronek to the Canucks in exchange for the Islanders' first-round pick, which was part of the Bo Horvat trade, and a 2023 second-round pick. So that was a very interesting package as well. Therefore, it's certainly possible that Yzerman wants to get packed with prospects in this draft and go for the run next season. After all, they have Dylan Larkin for 8 more years after he signed that extension, so time will have to tell for what's going to happen in Hockeytown. Personally, for me, I don't like the idea of trading a core member of your team, a long tenure player who could certainly be a difference maker in these upcoming games when you're like 5 points out of a playoff spot or 4 points out of a playoff spot. It just doesn't seem right. Same thing applies with Filip Hronek, to be honest, but it seems like Yzerman knew the return he would be getting for Hronek before he made that trade. But let me know your thoughts in the comments about the Bertuzzi trade. How do you see Boston Bertuzzi? Let me know. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in and have a wonderful day.